I was at church, and our pastor was giving a whole sermon around Matthew chapter 11, verse 28 and 30. This is where Jesus is saying, come to me, all of those who labor and are heavy laden, you will find rest for your souls. Where he talks about his yoke is easy and his burden is light. Everyone knows this? Yes. All right. But he read it in a way I'd never heard it before, and it was from the Message. And it said, are you tired? Worn out? Burnt out on religion? Come to me. Get away with me and you will recover your life. I'll show you how to take a real rest. Walk with me, work with me, watch how I do it. Learn the unforced rhythms of grace. I won't lay anything heavy or ill-fitting on you. Keep company with me and you will learn to live freely and lightly. So I heard that this really driven, ambitious performance, planner, meticulous, all the things. In that moment, I'm sitting there and I'm like, I don't know what that is, but I need to know what that is. And there were some words, I've been actually thinking about this over the last couple of days, and how the thing that caught my attention was that there was a phrase, if you think about what I shared, there's a phrase that repeated over and over and over again within it. And those two words were with me. So there was come to me, there was walk with me, there was work with me, and there was keep company with me. That phrase was the most consistent thing used throughout that whole thing, and that's what was drawing me, although I did not realize it at that time. At that time, I'm like, what's an unforced rhythm of your grace? I need to know. I need to know. I want to know what it's like to work freely and lightly. I don't know what that looks like. I'm a grinder. I don't know what this is, and I need to know, right? So this was the beginning of the adventure for me. And so one of the things that Chris was talking about earlier that really resonated in my heart was how he said, I truly believe that kingdom businesses, we're called to be an X factor. So the thing is, we can't be an X factor without the with factor. We have to have the with factor. And so I want to share with you just a few things connected to this with factor that I believe will be helpful. Now, I always share this when I speak. Those who are like note takers, don't take notes so much on what I'm saying. Take notes on what the Holy Spirit is saying to you about what I'm saying, because that's where breakthrough is going to be for you. It'll be a lot more powerful than just copying the words that are coming out of my mouth. Plus, I speak kind of fast, so good luck with that anyway. All right. So when you think about with factor, okay, I had to go from grinding things out, which I define as working primarily in my own strength, right? Grinding things out for the glory of God, right? Doing all the things. In the dictionary, it'll actually say excessive hard work because you're doing it all in your own strength, right? But we're doing it for the glory of God. I had to shift from that, from grinding in my own strength and saying it's for God's glory, to actually doing business, working, living everything with the presence of God. And instead of focusing so much on doing things or even being things for his glory, I shifted to, when I do this with you, I get to experience and reveal your glory. And that is also for his glory. So it's like you get the end result anyway. It is for his glory, but you get that Ephesians 3:20 kind of action, that exceeding abundantly above all you could ask, think, or even imagine, because you are working with him in his grace and at the pace of his grace. And when I talk about grace, I'm talking about this in divine enablement to do all you're called to do, be who you're called to be, and do things that you would never, ever be able to do on your own.